That's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
He's in Great Bend's number one hit music station, Kiss 104.7. That was Demi Lovato with Sorry, Not Sorry. You know what? It is almost 10:30, and you know what that means. On Sundays here on Kiss, we've got Barbecue Radio Network about ready to kick off. And it also means that about wraps it up for Nikki here. I will be back next weekend on Saturday and Sunday just for your listening pleasure before the butt crack of dawn. So I guess we can catch you on the flip side. And remember, you can't be good. Just be good at it. Up next on Kiss, it's Tiesto with Tate McRae with 10:35.
All I know is 10:35 and I can feel your arms around me.
Is Hayes and Great Bend's number one hit music station, Kiss 104.7.
Apparel to make it as fun and warm as possible. Come on in to find that perfect coat or jacket, winter shoes, or even grab a bite of great Chinese food or a massage. We also offer a great selection of tools, novelties, kitchenware, and more at our outlet stores. Feeling some entertainment? Catch the latest hot movie at our AMC theaters. We have everything to make your day in Hayes a great one. So come on down to Big Creek Crossing in Hayes.
Mom, I broke my iPhone screen.
Don't worry, Brandon. I can take it to Bauer Computers and have it fixed.
Cornpop was a bad dude.
What are you mumbling about?
Nothing. I said they really can do anything at Bauer Computers.
All right, let's go, Brandon. You're going to be late.
We're the tech-savvy folks at Jackson and 10th. Bauer Computers, we make it make sense.
You know Lamatos for their delectable fresh ingredients. You know Lamatos for their mouth-watering cream cheese pizzas. So you already know, Lamatos has better pizzas. But did you know theirs are bigger too? Lamatos large pizzas are bigger and have more slices than the other guys. So you get more deliciousness for your money. Download their app for easy ordering. Lamatos Pizza. Carry out or delivery, 9th Street, Hayes.
If you're a farmer or rancher, chances are you've thought about joining Kansas Farm Bureau. So what's stopping you? Your membership means you have a seat at the table when it comes to the issues that affect your farm. Things like trade, taxes, water, and regulations. The state's largest farm advocacy organization brings your message to policy decision makers at the county, state, and national level. The voice of agriculture becomes your voice and fights for Kansas farmers and ranchers. And a Kansas Farm Bureau membership includes other benefits. For about $50 a year, you'll receive discounts on equipment and supplies, cell phone plans, financial and legal support, home and office supplies, and more. You'll also receive Kansas Living, a quarterly lifestyle magazine featuring real stories of farmers and producers around the state, plus great recipes, crafts, and things to see and do in Kansas. Join us today. Visit kfb.org/farmerrancher to learn more.
You grew up in Hayes, went to TMP, went to Fort Hayes, and met the love of your life here. To find the ring of her dreams, why not choose Hayes? At Diamond Art Jewelry, Dustin will help you turn her dream ring into a reality. Diamond Art Jewelry works with top designers to ensure the highest quality at the best prices. Diamond Art Jewelry on the Bricks in downtown Hayes.
Motorcycle Sales and Service in Hayes, Kansas. Riding down the open highway, smashing miles and smashing bugs, that's cool. But then you get home and now it's time to get those miles and bugs off that scooter. And let's face it, that ain't cool. So let Good Times Motorcycle Sales and Service give it our complete motorcycle detailing package. A meticulous and comprehensive hand wash, remove surface contaminants, intensive compounding and polishing, Silajet ceramic paint protection for durability, and hands gloss. So schedule today. Good Times Motorcycle Sales and Service, 1007 Vine Street in Hayes.
Looking for a great career opportunity? Want to go back to school, but you're not sure how to pay for it? The Holiday Inn Express in Hayes is hiring for multiple positions, including full or part-time housekeeping. Experience is not necessary for any position. The Holiday Inn Express offers a full benefits package, including competitive wages, bonus programs, and tuition incentives. Must be 14 years of age or older to apply. Apply today at the Holiday Inn Express, north of I-70 in Hayes.
Video marketing has taken the online world by storm and is showing no signs of slowing down. In today's competitive market, it's more important than ever for businesses to stand out from the crowd. Brand awareness is a key factor in customer decision making, and video is an increasingly popular and effective way to increase brand awareness. Let our experts at MindTown Media tell your business's story in a visually appealing way with our videography services. Contact your local marketing consultant today for more information.
Dave Kaiaslon with Pitmaster Smoke on Wheels, Andy Groneman with returning guest Craig Sherry. Used to be in Houston, Texas. Now he's in the very cold Lubbock, Texas, and he's owner of Texas Pepper Jelly. It's gourmet pepper jellies. You can check out his website, which is texaspepperjelly.com, home of the original rib candy. Craig Sherry, welcome back to the show. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, guys. Thanks for having me.
I heard you're suffering through winter in Texas.
I am, but it's a nice change of pace. Didn't realize Texas got this cold that often.
Yeah, I think the last time it got that cold, everything broke.
Yeah, it did.
Exactly.
I remember that.
Broke Texas with our winter.
So Craig, again, your website is texaspepperjelly.com, and you got all kinds of recipes and different things on there. And so we kind of thought we'd just start things off. You've got some rubs and glazes, but more importantly, how do you use these rubs and glazes to be a better backyard barbecuer? Start with whatever product you want to start with and just go from there.
Well, my glazes have always been my shining spot. I only got into rubs a couple of years ago. But the glazes are a wonderful product because they're so versatile. They can be used on any type of food. You can glaze. People think about glazing barbecue with them, and that was kind of the original intent. But let's just be honest. You can glaze anything from vegetables to desserts, toppings, just whatever you want to put it on. It's just great.
Believe it or not, as a cheesecake topping, it's insane.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It just does great.
Now, let me interrupt. What's some of these flavors of glazes we're talking about, Craig?
Well, I would say the sky's the limit, but I do have a limit. I have a lot. The most popular is our apple cherry glaze. We have an apple glaze. We have an apple cinnamon.
Oh.
It's one of the few we have with no peppers in it because not everybody likes the mixture of sweet and heat.
Well, we're not all from Texas.
No, exactly.
But the cherry hobs cherry's always my favorite. I like that
apple cherry is wonderful. But so is the black cherry grape. We have a pomegranate cranberry. We have a peachy peach. So there's just lots of options.
My favorite was actually one of the old school Texas tropical.
Yes, now that was on a jelly that we had.
Yeah, I like to take that and adjust that into a glaze because that was probably my favorite jelly that you had.
And I appreciate hearing that, but we had to discontinue.
I know. That's why I said the OG, because it no longer exists, but I'm trying to get you to bring her back.
Is that where we're going? If you haven't tried lately, we did add a few new flavors. We have a pineapple orange jelly. We have a mango jelly. We have a white grape jelly. And we also brought back the seasonal favorite that we had done away with. So don't give up hope. We bring things back. We brought back the cranberry this past year.
If they can bring back the McRib, you can bring that back.
There's kind of some logic to that, They've done really well with it, and why argue with success?
But yeah, you take any of those
And originally, before the rib glazes were really popping, you'd start with that pepper jelly, and you'd have to thin that with some apple juice or something.
Correct.
Try and get it down to your own. But, my favorite, like I said, is that apple cherry. And it's so versatile. You can use it on everything. We put it on cheesecakes. Ribs, like the rib candy's just perfect.
Oh, that sounds so good. So Craig, if you don't mind, let's back up for the backyard person, and they've got one of your glazes. Just pick one of your glazes, and they're getting ready to do a dinner. Talk us through from the beginning. What's the best way to use your glaze for a dessert or dinner or vegetables? But talk us from the beginning.
There is no beginning. That's simplicity at its best. What we've done is created a product that was intended to be used for glaze, like Andy said, on ribs. However, you can put it on before you cook as a marinade. You can put it on after you cook as a glaze. You can cook it in the middle. We went to a plastic bottle and put a shaker cap on the top of it. So all you have to do now, instead of just trying to pour it and portion control it, all you have to do is flip the top and kind of squeeze and shake the bottle at the same time so you don't over pour. And you can splash it on anything. Guys, I've learned the hard way, and I thought I knew every way to use this stuff. Splash it on a Cobb salad.
Oh, wow.
Make a chef salad or something and splash it on there. If you don't go real heavy with it, it gives you just a nice little tangy sweet and heat combo that works really well. So when I literally say there's no correct way to use it, there's not, because some people like it as finished product, some people like it as a cooking product.
And I hadn't thought about using it as a marinade. Does that work pretty well as a marinade?
It does. I like it on meats that absorb marinades better. A piece of beef to me doesn't absorb marinade like, say, a chicken.
Yeah, I was thinking like a hunk of salmon, like a salmon fillet or something.
Salmon is excellent on salmon. The mango is probably the number one on salmon. It just blends and melds in really well.
How much do you put on it before? So you're talking about putting this on before you've even started cooking with it, right?
Well, on the salmon, I would just kind of splash some on it and just rub it lightly with my fingers. I would not soak it, because salmon's going to soak it up anyway. Just put a nice little coating on it and throw it in a Ziploc 3 or 4 hours before you're ready to cook it. You'd be amazed at what it does.
And then typically, so you can do that, and then I'd just throw a little bit of like a fin and feather, or a rub that's got some citrus in it, just to make that pop a little bit. And then, but you get that mango and that richness, and as it cooks, you're not hammering the salmon anyway, right? You're cooking that at like 275,
right?
So you're actually it's gonna form a nice tight little glaze on the surface of the salmon as it cooks too. So
it gives it, yes, that sugar will give it a little crispness.
Yeah, it's great.
It really is. And I go back to the salad. If you don't want to use it straight, run it through a blender with some of your favorite salad stuff that you'd put in there and kind of emulsify it. And then you can literally do anything you want to with it. You could take that back and brush that emulsification on as a glaze. It wouldn't be as heavy, but you also wouldn't overpower it.
Yeah, you could take some of, if you were going to use like an olive oil or a grapeseed oil as a starting point, you can throw that in and almost make a light dressing out of it.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you another question with these glazes. Let's say you've prepared the meal, but you didn't put it on it. Can you use it like kind of like a little dipping sauce, where you kind of just dip it in there as you're eating it?
I got a whole new customer base when I suggested dipping McNuggets into the sauce. Kids everywhere were like, "Mom, Dad, give me some of that stuff so I can dip my nuggets in it." It's great. Chinese food, excellent.
Oh yeah.
Egg rolls go great with any of them.
Yeah, if you want to swap out your sweet and sour for that,
there you go.
It's such a versatile products that you have.
And it's great. You said cheesecake. Don't forget, it's good on ice cream as well.
Everything is good with ice cream. So I mentioned earlier, mashed potatoes and gravy can go with ice cream, but that's just me. So
then you jump from there, and we came out with our rubs back in the middle of the pandemic, and they're basic barbecue rubs. We have a beef and chicken and an all-purpose.
Craig, I'm going to jump in here. We'll talk about some of those rubs in this next segment. We're talking with Craig Sherry. He's owner of Texas Pepper Jelly. You got to check out his products. He's got gourmet pepper jellies at TexasPepperJelly.com. And we'll be back with Craig Sherry on our next segment right here on Barbecue Radio Network.